When we use the word blessed, what do we really mean? What kind of magnitude does that word have? It's a word that you'll hear pretty often, especially when you're when you're running in circles with people that go to church and things like that. But have you ever thought about what it really means? So whenever we're researching a word in the Bible, one of the best strategies to use is the law of first mention. And what that means is you find the very first place that the Bible uses that word. I tend to use studylight.org. It's got on the homepage, you can tap on a tab that says interlinear, and you can put in the word, and it'll give you the Bible verses with that word. You can tap on the word, and you can look at the Hebrew. That's where I'm getting my information here. So that brings us to Genesis 1, starting in verse 20, so we can get a little background on how this word is used. And it says, "And God said, let the waters swarm with swarms of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the expanse of the heavens. So God created the great sea creatures and every living creature that moves, with which the waters swarm, according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply. Fill the waters in the seas, and let the birds multiply on the earth. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fifth day." Now, when you look at this word, the word is barach. And I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm butchering it, I apologize. But this word means to kneel in a way of bestowing a gift on someone. So it means that, not that God is kneeling down before these living creatures in order to bless them, but he is reaching down to them to give them a gift. And as I started to pray over this, the direction of this teaching went in a way that I did not expect it to go. What the Holy Spirit really brought out was the fact that these creatures, these animals, all these birds, they're being given a calling. They're being told, this is your purpose. Your purpose is to be fruitful and multiply and fill the waters in the seas and let the birds multiply on the earth. Their purpose is to breed and have more and more of them. And as you think this through, you think about the fact that these creatures were created before man. So God provided the food for man before. He provided the plants before man was created. So they were given a purpose, they were given a calling, and that purpose was given directly by God. Now, I don't know about you, but when I think about a calling, I feel like it's, I tend to think of it as, this is your to-do list. This is what I expect you to do. I never thought of it as a blessing, but your calling is a blessing. And as we continue to read in Genesis, we're going to go all the way into Genesis 2. But you see that God says, let the earth bring forth living creatures. That's when all the animals are created. And then he says, let us make man in our image and after our likeness and have dominion. So God created man in his own image, and in the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. And God blessed them. How did God bless them? We read forward. Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the heavens and over every living thing that moves on the earth. And God said, behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the face of the earth, and every tree with seed in its fruit. You shall have them for food. And then he tells them, and to every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the heavens, and to everything that creeps on the earth, everything that has the breath of life, I have given every plant for food. And it was so. And God saw everything he had made, and behold, it was good. And there was evening and there was morning, the sixth day. So as we think this through, once again, man is given his calling. Man is told, this is your purpose. Your purpose is a sign that God has blessed you. When God calls you to do something, it is part of you being blessed by God. Then as we continue in Genesis 2, starting in verse 1, it says, "Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day God finished his work that he had done, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work that he had done. So God blessed the seventh day and made it holy." What did he do on that seventh day? He gave it purpose. He gave it a reason. And that's part of your blessing. What you are called to do may feel very overwhelming and very intimidating, but you've got to recognize that your calling is also a part of your blessing. And you are rejecting the blessing when you don't step forward into that calling. Have a wonderful day. God bless, and keep walking the walk.